Hello and welcome to this special graduation ceremony for our graduating seniors entering into the United States military. My name is Grant Norgard, Superintendent for McCook Public Schools, and I am honored to welcome you to this virtual ceremony where we are recognizing 5 distinguished members of the graduating class of 2020. Each of these young men has made their courageous decision to serve our country, a decision that I know is not an easy one to make, but one made out of a desire to do and to be something great. To serve others, to continue to learn and grow, and to be part of an organization that will bring out the very best in them. I speak from personal experience when I say that each of these young men are about to begin a journey that will change their lives forever. Each of them will engage in activities and partake in experiences that only a few others can lay claim to. They will see more, do more, and experience more during their time in the military than they could have ever possibly imagined. I encourage each of them to value those experiences, allow them to build you up, and to give you confidence and reassurance that you can accomplish anything. As they take this next step, they must trust their education. Each has earned the right to be graduates of McCook High School, and that education will serve them well as they serve our country. And I want to remind each of you that your community and school are very proud of you. Thank you for being outstanding students, men, and thank you for serving our country.
Hi, I'm Tom Bredvik, President of McCook Public School Board. I'm honored to represent our community today on your behalf. You've achieved the academic goals that you and maybe a few of your parents have set out for you. Congratulations. As I share a few words with you today, I can't help but think of all the things we have in common. We each call McCook our home. We all know where to have the best burger and shake in town. We respect our elders. We trust in God, and we love our families. But most importantly, we all rise for the singing of our national anthem. But we have one more thing in common. We both swore an oath of enlistment. This oath calls us to defend many issues. You're prepared for that. I know that you are. Knowing each of you, I'm reminded of my youth, my love of this country, and those that helped get me to this point. I know that today and in the future you'll look back and know to give credit to those that have helped you. Your parents, grandparents, family and friends, some teachers, maybe a coach. They all help you get to this point in life. There is one thing I know today for certain. You are prepared. Prepared to enter life as a graduate, pursue the goals each of you have set for yourself. I'm proud of each and every one of you, and as for me and my family, we will be forever grateful that you chose to step forward and swear that oath, and will be serving this great country. I pray that each one of you know this community stands with and behind and for you. Thank you and best of luck.
So, good afternoon. I'm Jeff Gross, the principal at McCook High School. Welcome to this 2020 virtual graduation ceremony for our military graduates and our class of 2020 recognition. At this time, I would like to introduce Lieutenant Colonel Beth Merrigan, the Area Admissions Representative of the United States Military Academy at West Point.
I'm Lieutenant Colonel Beth Merrigan. I'm an Admissions Liaison Officer for the United States Military Academy at West Point. West Point's mission is to educate, train, and inspire the Corps of Cadets so that each graduate is a commissioned leader of character, committed to the values of duty, honor, and country, and prepared for a career of professional excellence as an officer in the United States Army. I'm here today to honor Colton Craig, who has accepted the challenges of West Point and West Point's mission and an academic scholarship valued at $240,000. Each year, some 10,000 young men and women apply to West Point, and 1,000 are accepted. You've seen Colton on the track and the cross-country courses. He has a strong record of performance and work ethic as both an individual and team member in both of these organizations. He's displayed a distinct leadership ability throughout his sports career, driving through adversity and seeking opportunity. You've seen him as a member of your student council and an active volunteer in your community. What you might not have seen is Colton excelling in the classroom and as a determined applicant to West Point. Colton is one of 7 students across Nebraska who is accepted to West Point this year. He'll spend the next 4 years at the United States Military Academy, which is located on the banks of the Hudson River, just 50 miles north of New York City. The location of the academy was originally selected as a site of major fortifications during the Revolutionary War against the British in 1778. The construction was commissioned by George Washington himself, who dubbed the location Key to the Continent. After the war in 1801, President Thomas Jefferson directed the creation of the academy and to educate and train the nation's officer corps, and there have been students at the academy ever since. West Point is a demanding place. It is also unquestionably the world's premier leadership institution. It's a place where such famous presidents as Dwight D. Eisenhower, Ulysses S. Grant, military leaders like General George Patton, General Douglas MacArthur, General Robert E. Lee, and General Norman Schwarzkopf have graduated. Other notable graduates are Duke's basketball coach Mike Krzyzewski, astronauts Buzz Aldrin, and Anne McClain. Colton is a great example of the young Americans that West Point seeks to lead our soldiers and the Army. He is well-rounded, top of his peer group in all these areas: academic, leadership, and military. Colton has demonstrated a high achievement in all of these areas. Upon graduation from West Point, Colton will become a member of the noblest profession in the world, an active duty officer in the United States Army. He will be entrusted with leading the sons and daughters of the United States Army around the world. And in these trying times, I think it's important that we all realize the magnitude of this responsibility. And Colton has proven to date that he has what it takes to succeed at West Point and in our Army. I'm confident that Colton will do a great job at West Point. I know that you and his family and friends and community are already very proud of him. I'm proud to be here today in celebration of what Colton has done, and I look forward to see what he will do in the future. On behalf of the President of the United States, it gives me great pleasure to present Colton Craig with this certificate of appointment to the West Point class of 2024. Congratulations, Colton.
Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel Merrigan, and congratulations to Colton Craig and his entire family. At this time, we'd also like to hear from a special guest that is no stranger. We would like to play a pre-recorded message from our own Clint Hosick, who is stationed in Kuwait, representing the United States Army and McCook High School. Take it away, Coach Hosick.
Hey, Bison seniors. From 7,000 miles away, I'd just like to say congratulations on your high school graduation. I know it hasn't been the traditional ending to your senior year like you expected, but it's definitely going to be one that you'll never forget. I know some of you guys are preparing for your next level of education, and some of you real soon. You've made a courageous commitment to our great nation. You should have a sense of pride to know that you'll have a part in defending our country and our Constitution. You belong to a group that consists of only 1% of our nation's population. I know you guys will give your best efforts to each of your respective service branches. Any chance you get to be a leader, be the best one that you can be. Little piece of advice, never forget where home is. If you guys live by the code of faith, family, country, you'll do great. Godspeed, good luck.
At this time, I would like to present the class of 2020 graduates that will be graduating and attending military in the upcoming months. Anthony Campos Young.
Well, congratulations, Anthony, and thank you for your service. Thank you.
I'll be enlisting in the United States Army.
Colton John Craig.
Congratulations, Colton, and thank you for your service.
I will be attending the United States Military Academy, West Point.
Skylar Allen Kendall.
Congratulations, Skylar.
I will be furthering my military career in the United States Army.
Cooper Nicholas Lines.
All right. Congratulations, Cooper, and thank you for your service.
Thank you. I am enlisted in the Nebraska Army National Guard as a combat medic.
Thomas Joseph Wyneth.
Congratulations, Thomas, and thank you for your service.
I'm enlisted in the Nebraska Army National Guard and I'm specializing in aviation.
Good afternoon to the class of 2020 and all of your family and friends. Each of you as seniors have been on a journey that has taken many twists, plots, and turns, and that journey has culminated for you this year as seniors. As I reflect on the class of 2020, I simply state that this class has run a full circle of emotions and events. 2020, you've had so many highs, and 2020, you've had a few lows highlighted by the events of the last 3 months. But what has helped balance out the emotional roller coaster for the class of 2020 has been leadership. Our community and educators have challenged you to overcome any and all odds to the school year by being outstanding leaders, by adhering to a philosophy of support and encouragement. Class of 2020, you have succeeded with flying colors. You have laid the foundation for success for fellow Bison for many years. You've led your clubs, you've led your teams, you've led your classes and your activities, you've led the underclassmen, and you've showed them that support for each other and personal relationships are just as important as pure talent. In the face of adversity, you created a new path, you stood together, and you are to be congratulated. Class of 2020, my final thoughts on this final week of school as you leave McCook High School is for each of you to remember that each and every one of you has a role in life. Each and every one of you should focus your attention on what is within your control. And finally, I congratulate to each one of you. Congratulations to the class of 2020. Thank you and wish you the very best and sincerely look forward to seeing you in person on July 31st. Thank you.